John Cena, the biggest game changer of WWE, the biggest icon of the wrestling industry. Every single day he was ready to fight and gave his blood and sweat to entertain the fans. But all this also gave us this. And today we are finally going to talk about it. Because this is every time John Cena bleed in WWE. So the story is interesting. We are going to talk about all the moments and all the matches of John Cena's career where he bled. Starting off with one of the bloodiest matches of WWE, Judgment Day 2005, John Cena vs JBL. This match was brutal for both of the wrestlers. This was the most when John Cena bled in his career. We were in the middle of the ruthless aggression era and there were literally no limits. JBL gave a brutal chair shot on John Cena's head. Cena started bleeding profusely. Everybody was scared, but Cena managed to pull an awesome victory against JBL. The blade job, which both JBL and John Cena did, was really out of the world. It was really straight out of a crime scene. Anyway, Cena was still the champion and was always fighting to keep the title with him. But during 2006, Cena went one-on-one against Kurt Angle in a first blood match. This was the second time John Cena bled in his career. Cena always took the things to the next level because this was the first blood match. And we were ready for it. Kurt Angle gave some hard fist on John Cena's face. John Cena immediately started bleeding. The referee was down, so he took some time to declare Kurt Angle as a winner. Now this happened on January 2nd, 2006, but 6 days later, Cena again faced the same fate. This was the third time Cena bleed in a match, but this was pretty good. Elimination Chamber New Year's Revolution 2006, Cena faced 5 tough competitors. Now the last two guys who were inside the chamber was Chris Masters and Carlito. They both started working together, and during this, Masters gave a brutal DDT to John Cena on the steel floor. Cena started bleeding. They both throwed him at the wall and Cena started bleeding more. But Cena still managed to win that match. Now after this tough night, Cena thought we are done for the day. But that was not the case because Edge came to cash in his money in the bank on John Cena. John Cena's face was a mess, but Edge didn't stop. Edge took that championship away from him. It was a tough night for Cena, mentally, physically, but 2006 went away and Cena won his WWE Championship back. But now came the fourth time, the biggest and the deadliest match of John Cena's career, John Cena vs Umaga Royal Rumble 2007 Last Man Standing match. Cena was trying to lift Umaga for an attitude adjustment, but Cena wasn't able to hold him up for much time and Cena directly fell face first on the steel steps. Cena started bleeding. This was really a superhero versus supervillain match and might be Cena's toughest opponent during that time. And that moment where bloodied face John Cena gave a STF to Umaga, it was sensational performance by John Cena. At the end, Cena somehow managed to defeat Umaga and retained his title. Now Cena was very much established in WWE. He was the face of WWE, but Cena got an injury and he missed the rest of the 2007 because of an injury. Cena came back in 2008, but nothing blood related happened with Cena during 2008. But in 2009, something unexpected happened with Cena. Cena took on Randy Orton bragging rights 2009. This was the fifth time Cena bleed during a match, and that too it was an accident. It was an Iron Man match. Cena and Randy Orton were fighting and Orton took that microphone and banged on the head of John Cena. John Cena started bleeding. Now when I first saw it, I didn't thought that Randy Orton hit him actually, but never mind. But the only problem here was WWE was going on with the no blood philosophy, PG era. So according to reports, McMahon was angry and McMahon immediately ordered to clean Cena up, which they did. And at the end, Cena won that match. Now 2009 was over and out. Cena was at the top of the game, but this happened again. Cena took on Batista over the limit 2010 and I Quit match. Now the match was going on. Both the wrestlers were fighting near the announcer's table. Cena was trying to give an attitude adjustment, but Batista countered it with the earthquake power slam. It was the most brutal power slam I have ever seen. But I don't know what happened. Cena started bleeding from near the eyebrows. This was the sixth time Cena bled in his career. Blood was still not allowed in WWE, so they tried to avoid it, tried to not show it. But you know what happens at the end? Cena wins. Now Cena had become a huge star in WWE and everybody loved Cena so much. So 2011 nothing happened with Cena, but 2012 the biggest nightmare of WWE arrived. The Beast was back. Brock Lesnar arrived with a bang and this marked the 7th time Cena bleed. Brock Lesnar returned and confronted John Cena. Brock Lesnar, without thinking anything, started a brawl with John Cena. He started swinging his hands and those hands connected on John Cena's face. John Cena was literally busted open. He was helpless. This brawl fired up. Everybody came to separate these two. But that's Cena's look. People say Becky Lynch was the first person to do something like this, but no, John Cena was the first person to do this. After this comes the 7th time. Brock Lesnar vs John Cena Extreme Rules 2012, one of the biggest and one of the best matches of this new era. The match started with UFC Brock Lesnar. He actually gave some punches and elbow. John Cena was busted open. John Cena started bleeding. This came as a pretty big shocker for everybody because nobody expected that we were going to see blood fight, a UFC Brock Lesnar coming into a picture. This was insane. This was in the history books, and at the end, Cena won. But really a match to talk about for years. Now, personally speaking, the next one is one of the biggest accidents happened with John Cena in his career. It was one of the biggest injuries, or I can say one of the painful hits John Cena suffered in his career. John Cena versus Seth Rollins on an episode of Raw. This was really a solid match, but that's not the point. They both were fighting, and they were in the last moments of the match. John Cena gave a punch, but Rollins in return gave a hard-hitting knee strike on John Cena's nose. John Cena started bleeding from the nose. In reality, we can say Seth Rollins broke John Cena's nose, and John Cena was forced to do a surgery after that match. John Cena's nose structure was changed, but at the end, John Cena won. After that incident, many people were calling Seth Rollins an unsafe worker, but I think it was an accident. So this was the end of our story. This was every time John Cena bleed in WWE. Apologies if I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything. So I hope you would have liked the video. Till then, bye bye. See you soon.